Last night, there was an unexpected escalation in international waters. The Yemeni Houthis launched a shocking ballistic missile attack on a strategically important US oil refinery in the middle of the Red Sea. The incident caused outrage around the world and raised concerns about security and energy supply lines in the region. The attack occurred shortly after midnight local time. According to eyewitnesses, bright lights illuminated the sky, followed by violent explosions that turned the calm waters of the Red Sea into a battlefield. The Yemeni media, controlled by the Houthis, claimed responsibility for the attack, describing it as retaliation against the American presence in the region. The US Department of Defense issued a statement condemning the attack and announced an immediate investigation to assess the extent of the damage suffered by the refinery. Initial reports indicate that the attack caused serious material damage, but most of the personnel working at the refinery were evacuated. Although the full extent of the casualties is not yet known, the US Navy has deployed additional defense systems and forces to the area. The Houthis claimed the attack as a response to US-backed coalition forces in the ongoing conflict in Yemen. Their presence in the Red Sea will be the target of ongoing attacks against our territory, the statement said. This attack demonstrated that the Houthis have the capacity to threaten maritime traffic in the region and can reach strategic points. In response to the attack, the United States decided to increase its military presence in the region and reinforce security measures in cooperation with its allies. The United States also pledged to cooperate with the international community to ensure the security of energy supplies and prevent similar attacks. Our next report comes from the Iranian border. The United States has struck a major blow at the heart of the secret flow of weapons and ammunition to organizations in Yemen. In a precise operation carried out by American drones, a secret arsenal hidden in the depths of the desert on the Iranian border, which supplied weapons to various organizations in Yemen, has been destroyed. This operation will change the balance of power in the region. Intelligence units combined satellite images and information from local sources to locate the arsenal. 4 warehouses used as ammunition depots were attacked with thermodynamic missiles. These missiles were precisely launched by unmanned aerial vehicles and hit each depot with millimeter accuracy. The explosions caused the total destruction of the arsenal. Iran condemned the operation, claiming that US actions threaten regional stability and violate international law. The United States, for its part, declared that the operation was carried out within the framework of its right to defend itself and its allies, and was a measure against Iran's actions that endanger the international community. Following this operation, several organizations in Yemen have lost an important source of logistical and military support. This situation has the potential to change the course of the conflict by seriously aggravating the operational capacity of organizations. The US Navy announced today that it has successfully seized a cargo ship carrying Iran's gold reserves. The operation was carried out in international waters, in accordance with strict maritime security regulations, the US Department of Defense reported in a statement. The operation took place after months of meticulous work by the US Navy, which had been monitoring the ship transporting gold from mines to Iran for some time. The US Navy, which determined the route of the ship loaded with gold, carried out a quick intervention with 2 Seahawk helicopters during the ship's passage. The US Navy Special Operations Team descended from the helicopters and neutralized 7 Iranian soldiers on board in a quick and professional operation. The ship was then towed to a US Navy port. The US Department of Defense announced that initial inspections of the seized ship found tons of gold, as well as various precious metals believed to be Iranian. The United States declared that this operation was in full compliance with international law and was intended to ensure security in the region. The Iranian government has not yet commented. However, this incident has further strained already strained relations between the United States and Iran. Experts predict that this incident will have serious repercussions internationally and may have significant effects on diplomatic relations between both countries. Our next news comes from Gaza. The Israel Defense Forces announced the discovery and successful destruction of a massive tunnel from Iran to Gaza that was used to transport weapons and food aid to terrorist organizations. The operation made history when the IDF discovered one of the largest and most complex infrastructure projects in the region. The Israeli Defense Ministry stated that the operation dealt a heavy blow to both Iran and Hamas and had a significant impact on the security situation in the region. According to the IDF, the existence of this secret tunnel was discovered after months of work by the intelligence services. The tunnel begins in southern Iran and connects with several underground passageways in the Middle East before reaching Gaza. The tunnel, some 3,000 kilometers long, has been described as one of the marvels of modern engineering. The tunnel contains high-tech communication lines, air circulation systems, and conveyor belts, indicating that it was used to transport both weapons and food. The IDF claimed that the section of the tunnel leading to Gaza had been successfully destroyed. Although the details of the operation were kept secret, it was reported that high-tech equipment and explosives were used. The destruction was meticulously planned and executed to ensure the safety of the civilian population in the area. This operation could significantly affect relations between Iran and Hamas and the regional balance of power. Israel's destruction of this strategic infrastructure may have damaged Hamas's operational capacity by cutting off the flow of weapons and food. It is also considered an indicator of Israel's military and intelligence capabilities. Late last night, the US Navy successfully destroyed an Iranian spy ship approaching the port of Gaza, supposedly loaded with weapons for Hamas. This is the latest in a series of incidents that have raised tension in the region and alarmed the international community. The operation was launched after US intelligence agencies had conclusive information that the Iranian ship was transporting weapons for Hamas. Intelligence reports revealed that the ship was carrying weapons, ammunition, and strategic material. The US Navy launched a rapid and decisive action plan to neutralize this threat. US Navy warships approached Gaza port for a midnight operation. The Iranian ship did not respond to any warning and attempted to escape, but was intercepted by the US Navy. Shortly afterward, the ship was attacked and destroyed. The US Navy stated that it took great care to ensure that no civilians were injured during the operation. The operation at the Gaza port demonstrates the determination of the United States not to allow anything Iranian to pass through the region. By keeping the Gaza port under constant surveillance, the United States has once again demonstrated its ability to detect and prevent any threat to the region in advance.